Hello AOS fans, we are here again. We're going to have a quick, we haven't got a game for you at the moment, but
no games, no unboxings,
quick
no
discussion.
books.
Yeah, nothing. We've got nothing for you.
We literally, you might as well tell now, there's nothing to see here.
If we're lucky, people make some sort of horrendous innuendo.
Innuendo. Anyway, sorry, it's late, I haven't got very much left in my arsenal.
I wish I hadn't said that now.
Yeah, there you go. I'm just
if
trying
we're
to get
lucky,
this
Pete won't make any innuendo. No. And we just thought we'd have a quick little chat.
Quick natter.
As you know, fans of AOS, both of you, Pete and I do like to have a little natter about.
We like to hear the sound of our own voices.
Or basically, we'd like to think you do too. If you don't, do comment in the below.
Yeah, give us a thumbs up still, but just say, just shut up. Yeah. We just want to see the models.
Yeah. So we're here, quick chat about Shadow War Armageddon, which we played this evening. We've just cut our Dark Souls video, and we played. Before we did that, we played Shadow War Armageddon, which was notable because my son helped me draw up my kill team.
It wasn't a bad kill team.
No, and he enjoyed.
It needs more youths, but
yeah, and he enjoyed that, and he enjoyed setting up the scenery.
Yeah.
So that was fun. Then we sent him to bed, so we couldn't play. No, he enjoyed it for the first round, but then it was bedtime. Yeah. So, he enjoyed that, and I actually think as a game, it's probably better for children. Perhaps we'll touch on that in a minute. What did you think of it, Pete?
I really enjoyed it. It's been years since I played Necromunda. And it's nice to play a game which you had. I think I had 5 models in my marine group, and your orcs had about 9 or 10 orcs. I think it was.
So there many.
So we didn't even have 20 models on the table, but lots of scenery, lots and lots of scenery, and the Shadow Wars Armageddon scenery is brilliant. I think.
It is lovely. It's a really
evocative
game. I don't think we had enough height on it.
We needed more height. We need more height there, but we need more terrain. I mean, we set the board up and we thought that's a lot of stuff there. And we started playing and we thought that's not a lot of stuff at all.
No, well, that's what I was about to say. When people said we had a lot of scenery, we did have a lot of scenery, but it wasn't enough. We decided at the end, or it particularly wasn't enough if you were an orc player. Now we have I have no experience with this, and I know there are people out there in the group. So hello, people in the Shadow War group who played this almost endlessly since it came out. Yeah. And Pete and I have actually, I don't know how it's about a month now. Has it been out? We've only played one game of this. I know people out there in the Shadow War community who played loads and loads. We just played the one game. I had no idea what I was doing, which was the beginning of my downfall. I mean, actually, if we played the game properly, I lost my
your first bottle test. You failed.
First fail on the first turn. So I hadn't even done anything.
Yeah.
But I did set mine up in the open a little bit because I thought, well, I need to run them down. Yes. I want to get stuck behind this terrain. I need to run them forward. So I stuck them in front of the terrain, and they immediately got shot.
Yeah.
And
so you need lots and lots of terrain. If you think you've got enough terrain, you haven't got enough.
Well,
terrain.
for orcs, it depends if you want to win or not. I suppose for orcs, you definitely needed a maze to run.
I think
around
even if you're not, more terrain makes it more fun. Or else you just plonk your guys up on a couple of high spots, and then you just sit there sniping.
Well, it wasn't much fun that bit. Because you shot me. It was much better when we got a bit closer and you couldn't shoot me.
Yes.
It was much more exciting then. Yeah. And actually the orcs started to hold their own a bit.
And I think the game probably lasts less time than it would take to set up the scenery in a lot of games once you start playing it properly with bottle tests.
Especially if you fail the bottle test on the first
so you could definitely fail that much earlier. But I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it, and the scenery helps loads. And there's loads of other 40k scenery that they've brought out that we can use. And there's the scenery we got from Game Mat.
Yeah, the ruins. We included the ruins, and they look pretty good.
And I put a couple of them in. I think we actually want all of that in.
They look pretty good.
All of it, I think.
On there. I'm not sure they might look a bit too gothic ruin with all of it in, but it was good. It was a good counterpoint. It was kind of like almost like a decaying 40k city, which I suppose is.
Which is part of the hype. Really, you've got the industrial bit.
And we used a couple of an orc battle wagon.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Space Marine drop pod.
If you've got 40k vehicles, you can just plonk them in as ruined or abandoned vehicles and all that kind of stuff, which really helps. Brings it all alive a bit more as well.
Yeah, so we're definitely going to play more of that. I've got a plan for a kill team. I don't really know how to build a decent one, but we'll see how we go.
So any suggestions you got, stick a comment below. I'd really love to do a Genestealer cult kill team.
Yeah.
And obviously we've got there's on the horizon at some point will be 8th edition 40k, and we obviously want to get our teeth into that one as well. But I don't think we're going to end up with armies that are going to, because obviously Shadow War Armageddon, I think it's a bit of a gateway game in that it lets you buy a couple of units and you can set up your kill team with that. But then you're going to see all the other shinies that are in 40k and you're going to think, well, I've got my Skitarii kill team, but I've just seen some of the tripod walkery type stuff and some of the other things, and they do look rather tasty. So.
But I am hoping with the 8th edition release that there'll be more AOS in the sense that you can pick, because I quite like some of the Acadian, what are they called, the Imperial Guard, what are they called?
Oh, yes, I can't remember. But
They used to be
Imperial
called Imperial Guard.
They still are.
No, they still
I think
okay.
they're still the Imperial Guard, but they've got a Imperial name as well. They're like the Adeptus.
Adeptus Astartes, is it?
For the Marines, basically.
Marine.
So.
I can never remember.
Yeah. I can't remember that one either, but yes, there's it'll flash up at the bottom in a moment. But there's the name for the Imperial Guard. There are some of those things which are quite nice. But in the new 40k rules, you've got those.
It must be the kill team.
It's almost like force organisation charty type things, in that you can have just a HQ and a couple of troop choices.
Yeah.
And that's all you can take. You can just take that, and then you can take something else with some Marines in, or the new Primus Marines, whatever they're called, the new Super Marines.
Primary. This is primary with an I on the end, wasn't it?
It might be. So anyway, but you can mix and match a bit more, so it will be a bit more.
Well, that's what I like, because I do quite like some of the Imperial Guard models, but I wouldn't want to paint an entire army on them.
Oh god, yeah, you did that with thousands of them, and it does look nice once you've got hundreds of them. But
I love the Skitarii models. I really want to paint the Skitarii models.
Yeah.
But I don't really want a whole army of them.
No,
so
you
really
can have nice allied forces, some Skitarii, some Imperial Guard.
Which is why Shadow War is great, because you can quickly and relatively cheaply build up a little force of each of those.
Yes.
And you can, I guess, even mix and match. So you could play a few games with your Skitarii kill team, and you have a couple of personalities in that team. I think you build that, and then you can.
Well, they get skills and stuff as they.
And then you can build this is my vision anyway, is to build an Imperial Guard team, and get some personalities in that, and then think, okay, now these two are actually going to, we're going to choose 2 or 3 from each and fight together.
Yeah, probably not in the rules, but I'm sure for
I think the
friendly games, it's certainly
the beautiful thing about. I think the best thing about SWA, Star Wars Armageddon, Shadow War Armageddon, is actually it does encourage more of that narrative, kind of make up your own rules, go for it. My son has brought out his Codex, not Imperial Guard, Space Marine Codex, and said, I've got these, can we use these? And I said, well, you can't, because they're not in the rules now, but actually we could sit down and we could work it out if you wanted.
But there is already the Space Marine Kill Team. They have already brought out the free PDF downloads.
Yeah, that's true.
So there is, they were quite responsive in that respect, in that they brought them out for Gene Stealer Cult and Skitarii and Space Marine and Inquisitor and Sisters of Battle.
Yes, there's about 50, 60 page PDF, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, which probably you all know, because you've played the game a lot more than me.
But it means you've got that space there that you can do a Tyranid team if you want to do Nids as well, and there's Tau and there's Necrons, because I've always fancied Necrons as well, quite like the idea of them, so I could have a little small force of Necrons there. So I loved the game, nice and quick, really was quick to play. I can see it being even faster once you know the basics of your kill team and the basics of the game, which isn't that complex overall.
Be interested to know what you think the optimum board size is, because we played on a 4 by, well, not quite 4, but more or less 4 by 4.
It was 4 by 3, wasn't it? About.
Well, this is slightly bigger than wider than 3, but yeah, 4
by 3-ish.
Yeah, and actually, if anything, I'd say it was too big.
It did almost feel
certainly
too big.
From my orc point of view, I would close those distances down. It felt like it was a bit big.
But then, if you were going to make the board smaller, you might need to reduce your deployment zone a bit. But then again, I mean, I think the biggest problem you made as an orc player is you shot, and you just want to run the first 2 turns.
Well, exactly, yeah.
But
so I think maybe that's why that was more interesting for both of us. I think when they were close together. That's the only reason I say we wanted a smaller board. I'd love to know what all tactics should be, because I didn't play it very well.
We'd love to start.
Orcs are terrible at shooting. That's why I decided tonight.
Don't want to shoot with orcs so much. I don't think. And you want to keep them in groups. I think we found groups 2 or 3 going together might work a bit better, and they can support each other.
So we will be back.
We'd love to do
this and
campaign, a multi-team. We talked about doing multi-teams, so having multiple kill teams going at once.
Yes,
and then
we did talk about that.
Seeing if we can pull other people into it as well, other people we know that plays Shadow War Armageddon.
Otherwise, we might have to put on silly voices.
What's this stupid house going to go off this phone?
Pretend to be other people. We'll get a wardrobe change.
And nobody wants that.
Nobody wants to see me having a wardrobe malfunction.
So I think overall, nice short game to play. The scenery and the whole thing was a bit more thematic. It was definitely a lot more getting down to eye level and seeing who was seeing what, and each person had their own little story going on as well. That was a bit tricky. I think we need to get a little laser pointer so we can just point from that level, but that made it all feel a bit more personal as one orc comes charging around the corner and a heavy bolter guy mows him down.
Yeah, that was not good.
And there was another guy standing up on a ledge taking pot shots at
I did enjoy just putting the orcs on top of things and shooting you. That was quite good fun.
Yes.
Ultimately futile, but quite good fun.
Just an orc standing at the top of the thing.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Pretty much. And then falling off again as he gets shot with a bolt around. But really enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was good.
Definitely like to play more of that in the future, and hopefully you guys would like to see that as well.
And of course, by the next time we meet, I think the AOS skirmish rules will be out. So I don't know. I don't expect there'll be anything like Shadow War, but it'll be interesting to see what they're like. And hopefully we'll bring that. That'd be more interesting to compare with Frostgrave. I think might be difficult to play them both.
Yeah, well, Frostgrave's definitely a bit more character driven because you've got your wizards who are obviously the leaders of the group.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how they do it in AOS skirmish, but I feel that's going to be more standard troops running through.
Okay.
I don't know exactly. It depends on whether they base it on the hinterland rules. There was obviously a free PDF set of rules that came out, and GW have been quite a lot more responsive of late with the stuff they've done, because they said that they were picking up there's an online War Scroll army builder thing, and GW said, we like that, we're going to help, we're going to pick that up, we're going to work with that. They're not just going to come along and say, you can't do that, that's our IP, we don't like it. They've said, we realise people like this and therefore we're going to build on that. And they might have done a similar thing with the AOS skirmish rules.
I would imagine they have. Those rules are fairly character driven though, aren't they, I think?
Well,
they're not.
I don't, from memory, I don't think they were. I thought it was more a case if you bought a unit, each person counted as a unit in their own right, so they could all move independently.
Okay. Maybe it was just in my head. I imagine that if you're doing it on a personal level, then that you would have a story behind.
Well, maybe
each person, more like Mordheim, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, more people
played.
Oh yeah, Mordheim would be nice, but then I mean, it might be a bit more Mordheimish. But then there's also there's that other AOS game coming out, which is the cards and the table, which is looks a bit like Gore Chosen, but with Stormcast and stuff.
That's X-Wing.
And
X-Wing for
Age of Sigmar. Yeah, I can't work out what that's going to be like.
Wing.
Exactly, Sigmar Wing. We're going Sigmar Wing today.
Sigmar Wing. I'm sorry.
So they are branching out definitely into different things. I wouldn't mind seeing some kind of racing game, an orc racing game, different wagons and buggies and stuff, maybe.
What other wacky races?
Sort of. But I don't know. You need a
Dark Future was quite good fun back in the day.
Dark Future. I don't remember that one.
I played Dark Future. Well older than Pete.
Quite a bit older.
Dark Future was basically.
Oh, that was
because they brought Space Hulk out, which was Aliens. And they brought Dark Future out, which was Mad Max.
Yes, I do remember that. Wasn't the box like two cars that had been Mad Maxified, if you like? Yes. I do remember seeing the box, but I never played that. I ended up playing there was a Adeptus Titanicus game, which was like what became called Space Marine scale, which was like the 5mm scale, and the box came like it had like 6 Titans in it, and you could configure those all together.
Polystyrene buildings, I had those.
The polystyrene buildings. Back in my day, it was grand.
I haven't got those anymore. Funny enough, I saw somebody with those epic scale on Facebook in one of the groups. A fantastic model of an orc and
a marine playing, and they've got the board. Yes, I love that one. And the orcs obviously pointing, shouting at the marine.
I think one of them's bought 40k, and the other one's bought Warhammer.
Yes, I saw that diorama. That was brilliant. I can't remember who did that, but that was fantastic. You should try and find that.
Okay.
And the other thing, just before we,
I was about to say that's enough.
Sorry, we are going to. I'll shut them.
Clearly not.
The other thing was Manowar, which came out years ago, and I think they've re-released it recently.
I think Manowar was slightly after my time.
But I think they've re-released that, and I think there's a new all-in-one game of it, and I can't remember what it's called, but I think there's a reinvented Manowar version as well. So But we've got so many things that we want to do now. I mean, I still want to do a Blood Bowl League, but I know you're less interested in Blood Bowl. There's Shadow War Armageddon, there's Frostgrave, there's Age of Sigmar. At some point 40k is going to land on us as well.
Yeah, it's a good time to be in the hobby. It's not a good time to be a parent in the hobby. Blood Bowl, I quite enjoyed it, but I just don't think I'll enjoy it as much as playing tonight's game or playing Frostgrave or even AOS. Obviously you can get those over the evening. I don't know what it is. I've never engaged with Blood Bowl particularly, and I was quite excited when the new version came out, and I like the figures.
The figures,
but I've just never engaged in the game, and I'm not sure why. It's
quite a specific setting, I guess, because it's not Warhammer proper. It's like an alternate Warhammer, slightly more silly sporting aspect.
I don't think it was even that. I don't know what it was. I think it might be that I just don't understand how the game works. so
it could be. Our one and only intro game did take us approximately 5 hours to play. Yeah. So a little bit longer than your average.
It doesn't feel intuitive, whereas other games, even like Shadow War, it's pretty intuitive. And
it does have its own more specific set of rules.
Frostgrave is intuitive.
I guess they're a bit more like your standard game.
Intuitive. Whereas Blood Bowl, I don't find it intuitive.
But each to their own, and even if that isn't one of our lists, we've still got approximately 1 million different other things that we want to try and do instead. So let us know below what your preferences would be of what you'd like to see next, and obviously we can try and prioritise things, because obviously we want to try and paint stuff for all these things as well. So there's the AOS, there's 40k, Shadow War Armageddon, there's just so many things.
I think I might just have to play Chaos, which I can sort of use for everything.
Chaos?
Yeah.
I want to be Chaos.
Just use demons. They could be playing.
Well, that is, you get like a Slanesh demon army, or a Khorne, or a Nurgle, or Tzeentch. I might as well list all 4 now because I started. But you could have a demon army, and now especially that AOS is round bases. Yeah. You could very easily. I mean, obviously it didn't really matter before, but it's even easier to do either. Well, I like Nurgle, you like Tzeentch, so there we go.
Yeah.
Nurgle versus Tzeentch, and boiling across the ages from AOS to 40k. You can't get demons in Shadow War Armageddon though. It's a bit of a shame.
Yet,
true. I'm sure there could be some home builds. But you could do Chaos Warbands in Shadow War Armageddon.
Yeah, Skirmish Warbands as well, in the Skirmish Wars.
Yes.
Do you remember the old Realms of Chaos Skirmish Wars? Warband rules, rather, not Skirmish rules. From Slaves to Darkness and Lost and Damned.
That's like late 80s though, isn't it? Yeah, I was
my heyday.
Single digits age.
That was my heyday.
we definitely span two different ages of Games Workshop. But it's funny that we're still both in it, so obviously they're doing something right, and I definitely think these days their move is...
You get heroes of all ages, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be right.
Yeah, true.
Of course, the other thing we've got to do is we've got to play Dark Souls between now.
And we want to play some Dark Souls as well. Yeah.
So,
oh God, there's just so much stuff.
Okay, I think that's probably enough.
Yeah, we're done with
people will hopefully cut it down to about 2 minutes. So we are really enjoying being the agents of Sigmar. I'm quite sorry I don't get more time to do it. So hopefully you're enjoying listening.
I'd just like to win a large chunk of money so I could do this full time. Would be nice. But wouldn't we all?
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Thanks for listening.
We will be
let us know below what you'd like to see next.
Whittering on later in the year.
Yep.
Bye.